Welcome back to Carpy's Koi. A little video in between all the videos that I'm all cocked up. Had a message yesterday, well the day before, off a subscriber. Somebody who bought a pressure filter off me 2 years ago. The UV's packed up. Asked if I could have a look at it and see if I can find out what's wrong with it. While I was over there, he'd bought another filter, and I'm going to flick around. I have took some tape off this, but I'm going to flick around and show you what had been sold. So I've already took the UV bulb out. As you can see, I've got the power supply off. I have took a little bit of tape off that. Blue and Earth sells anybody anything with that. I've just took red, you can see a little bit of red tape there, look. I've just been peeling the tape off and I thought I'd do a video. So my intentions was to feed another length of cable into here. I've got the little peg out there, as you can see, but I really don't know how I can get that cable out, and I don't want to force that out and not be able to replace one. The other two I'm on spades. I've cleaned these up, these was all crowded. It's a common thing on these UVs anyway, on the pressure filters. I ain't got to take the other filter apart as yet. I've got a feeling it's this that's gone in the other one. It's changed the bulb and it's still ain't working, and somebody you spoke to have said that it's this. And obviously if he's had it off me for 2 years, it'd be second hand, and you can tell just by looking at the colour. That's the light fitting the door work again. You can tell by the colour of that it's been outside through all sorts of weather, and I've noticed on, I think it's this one, it must be the other one. On the one there's a great big crack all the way down there, which ain't going to hurt it because all it is the waste, so it ain't damaging the filter still works. This was working, well I say it was working, this one is working. I've just cleaned the inside of that out, that was full of all really bad bacteria, and a piece of media was stuck in there. I don't know how it's got in there, I'm sure, because obviously electrics stick on top of that. Oh dear. If I can just show you the contacts in here now, you can see there's nothing you can do about it. You can see the corrosion on that strap there. You can see the corrosion inside the screws, even on that connection there for the bulb. So my intention was to, I could probably cut that wire further up here and put a better connection in here. But me myself, I'd want a waterproof connection on it. Obviously this should be watertight because you've got naked wires here, and looking at them there, them brown, that's the brown from your power. So that's your main power supply coming. If you can see that black cable there, that's your power coming, that's your main live wire going to there, and all it is what I call a speaker spade. Is what you used to put on your car speakers. That's all that is. I don't know what that actually does, if I'm honest. So that's in that hole for whatever reason that hole is. I really don't know what that's the purpose of that is, but it's there for a reason. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. Just debating whether to put a connector block in there, or that's got to come off for definite, and get a proper waterproof connector and put a waterproof connector on there, and maybe even put a longer cable, not as you need it longer anyway. But that's what I'm up to at the moment. I should get the other filter out. I've just bought the lids, I bought the whole thing, it was pointless, and it's carrying it in the missus car. I've got the other one. When I get round to doing that, I'll show you what I'm doing with that one and see if we can fix that one. I don't know whether you can get these, I don't even know what they're called, if I'm honest. Oh, ballast, it's electric ballast. I don't know whether you can get them, and obviously if I can't get them wires out, I don't know how I'm going to replace the new one, unless you can just cut the wire and poke them in. So I'll inquire about that, let the guy know. The guy's name Phil, a really nice bloke. Been out to have a look at his pond, see if I can help him out with his filters. He's bought some more filters, nice ORZ, square. It's got 6 sponge compartments in it. It's been used obviously. Again, if you clean them out properly and reuse them, you can reuse them. But he's quite happy to use what people call the death cans. And I've advised him, even though the UV don't work on the one particular filter, you can join the filters together if that's what you want to do, and just run the one UV on all three if you want to. That's more advice to him. You don't need 3 UVs. One's plenty, less electricity. He's running through all 3 filters. So I've asked him, when I go back over, we'll rig them all up if I can film over and show you his pond, and hopefully meet Phil and get him on camera. So I'll catch you later. Here we have the gentleman's, the first one of 2 pressure filters with the UV. As you've seen previously, they was just bodged. These were on the outside, just a little bit of electric tape. Probably the worst thing you could ever do when you're using electrics. So I've removed that, and what I've done, I've replaced it with a proper waterproof connector block, which is what I use for the Christmas lights. As you know, I do both houses and I've used them, and them just brilliant. The other thing I've done, inspecting the cable, and I found that, and that's been quite trying to get it in focus. It's not broke through the cables, but that's not looking the best anyway. So what I've done, I've just totally removed that length of cable. Again, when I throw my Christmas, sorry about the camera work, again when I throw my Christmas lights away, I always chop the cables off if they're in good clean condition, which these are, so I can reuse them either for extension needs or extending if the lights don't reach. If the plugs don't reach the sockets, I can extend the cables using these blocks. So that's the first one done. I've plugged it in and tried it. It's all up and running. The light was working anyway. Phil was concerned about this connector block on here, and he asked me if there's anything I could do to have a look at it. So I've ordered these blocks, put that on. Like I said, that's all done now. Done away with these horrible connector blocks, which I'm sure these ones, that particular size, I think is only for 12 volt. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an electrician. That's slightly bigger. If you can see the difference. Oh, hang on, let me see what. I'll do it a different way. See the difference in the sizes. Obviously they've used this on 240, so it's done the job. But the worst bod job, especially when your cables are outside in all weathers. Even though Phil had covered it himself for an extra precaution. So that's the first one done. Simple thing. I couldn't run the cable into the UV because the ballast in there, the way the wires was connected, I didn't want to pull that out and break that ballast, because I believe the ballast some 30 quid. So I've left them exactly as they was and put a better waterproof joint on. So that's the first one. When I get round to stripping the next one down, the UV don't work at all and we think it's the ballast. So when I get round to taking that apart, I'll do a video on that and we'll see. We'll see if it's the ballast or not. Not sure how I'm going to test it, but we'll have a look. Second UV. The UV don't work. I think what's happened, I think he's took the bulb out, changed the bulb, and it still don't work, so I'm assuming he's just took the bulb out. He has sent me with 2 bulbs. I'll give that a bit of a clean as well. I'm going to check in the bottom of that one. I don't know whether I recorded the other one, but the amount of crap in there, and there's actually a piece of media stuck in it, so I'll swill that out as well. Clean it up. I'm just going to get my electrical tested on here. I am a qualified electrician, so I ain't going to show nobody what I'm doing. I am qualified. Obviously I mess, as you know, with my own Christmas stuff. I work on my own vehicles and my own house with electrics, but I've got no qualifications to show anybody. So I'm going to test it, see if I can get any power to it. If there is a fault with it and I find out what the fault is, I'll get back to it and show you what the fault was. The first thing I'm going to check is the plug. Now I've just removed the lid. I don't know what I showed on the last video, the inside of the plug on that one. These plugs, when you wire them up, should be wired properly and safely. Something simple. Check this. And that's your live wire, that is. Look at that. The chance then that's broke. That should just tuck away inside there like that. So the lid, they'll crush it. There ain't much room I know, but there's a little channel you can see for your earth and your neutral, and there's just a slight little channel there for your live wire. Now I'm just going to test that now. I'm going to cut that off and rewire that now, because the chance of that's broke inside. Now I'm just going to check the fuse anyway, see what happens with the fuse. The other thing I've noticed is the rust. That's obviously getting water somewhere, wherever it's plugged in. So I'm going to check the fuse, cut this back and rewire it. I've just cut the wires back on that and rewired that. I noticed with the other one, this cylinder here, on this one it's solid, on the other one that there moves. So I don't know whether I've just started cleaning the lid up now, and they can actually try and do it without dropping it and breaking it. Sorry about the camera work, I'm just trying to do. You can actually see the crap that gets caught in. There's like a little cup in the bottom of that. I don't think you can see it on the camera, so I'm trying to hold it. Yeah, you can see it now, look. Yeah, the crap builds up in that bottom piece there. It's all dried up in this one. Anyway, I'm going to clean all this out anyway before he has it back. And I'll carry on checking it. So I'll put a new plug on it. I'm just going to try a bulb in it first and see what happens. A lot of people call these death cans because of the bacteria build up. Now that's obviously fish waste that's all dried up. I've just scraped inside here. Even when you change your UVs, if you don't clean them properly, you're going to get a build up of bacteria. It only takes a little bit in there to cause problems with your fish. So I've just give this a bit of a scrape out here. I'm going to get a brush now and clean that out in there. Not as it's going to stop it, but I just want to get it in back cleaner. I just thought I'd bring you back and show you, because a lot of people do call them death cans, and that's the reason, because there'll be a build up of bacteria, you know, because they are cleaned out properly. I know they've got a turning handle here to clean them, but that don't clean it properly. Every couple of months you need to take the lid off and give it a good wash or a good clean. I got my mate wherever he is. Wow, with the sun again, look. Of course you're nothing with the sun, can I? My mate Dave here. Oh. Bought some information. Some dirty water. How you doing, Mucker?
Oh yes. You can see them, but they're only small.
That's where I'm going to go for the fry.
You're probably best standing this side, mate, letting the sun come through the back.
Didn't see him yet. Pick him up on there, mate. Start Mason's colony off in his tank.
You'll be amazed how many's in there.
Ready for his fry. That should be just ready as well, shouldn't it, that, mate?
Oh yeah, put them in.
Oh, there's some cutters on there, mate. Buy the cup if you want to get it.
I'll get them, shall I?
Oh yeah, go on, Dave. Go get it. Anyway, Dave, thanks for cutting me timber up, mate.
Mate,
I'm a star, yeah, mate.
A bit that better than that.
I've got to blame you all, Pete.
You can put this sweater in as well, yeah?
No, if you want to, mate.
I live in this sweater now, don't
Unless you want to get them out and count them.
I? Oh well. Have you got one of them clickers?
Ah.
I'll go and get it then, I'll count them.
Alright, mate, go on.
I'll see you next week.
next month.
Now there's some shrimp in here as well. There's some freshwater shrimp. I don't know if I put any snails in.
Any crabs?
Nah. Nah, I've still got them.
Yeah, there's quite a few in there. See, picking it up, mate.
Yeah. You'll be amazed how many's in there. There's thousands, and there'll be even more thousands when they've been in here for a bit.
Yeah, just squashed most of them in the bag, I think they're.
They're mine, haven't they? They're mine.
As you can see, tank's all done. What do you think, mate?
Good.
Just waiting for the babbies now, are you, son? Big thanks to Tony Barker as well for sending us a bottom drain for the big pond. Nice one, mate. I've given Dave the 50 quid you asked for, mate. Alright, so have it off Dave when you see him. But cheers for that, Mucker. Been over to Scrag 68 today. Managed to bump into Phil. Phil was over there helping Scrag out. Phil reached out to me after watching me video with Mason doing his tank. We did do a video of a calendar that he brought down for Mason quite a few weeks back, but like the other videos we lost certain ones and that was one of them. So what do you think of your calendar, mate?
Thank you, Scrag.
There you go, mate. So while we've been over there today, you all, mate? I'm going to roll that up in a second. So he sent him a temperature gauge. Also, you can see behind us, he sent him his own net for when he's fishing bigger, and also loads of polycarb, and he sent us a couple of pumps as well to use on the tank when we're ready to use them. It's been absolutely cracking morning over there. Scrag, Phil and his Mrs Dawn, obviously with a tea. I'll do a little bit of a video later on. He's been waiting all day to go and play football over the park with his mates, so I'll leave it at that and I'll get back to you a lot later. What you say, mate?
Thank you, Scrag.
Cheers, mate. Another job helping a friend. He's brought that round, lot cleaner now. Stripped it down, it wouldn't work. His impellers broke, the little plastic spline inside the impeller snapped. Must be a common fault because them readily available. 30 quid, but still cheap for a pump that big. Shout out to Tony Barker again for that, man. He did charge me £50 by the way, for this retro bottom drain. That was just a bit of banter between me and Dave. What I'm trying to do now is just under these bolts, take the top off, just to try and get, I've seen a big piece of, there you go, big piece of crud. I could poke it out, but I just want to get a bit of a clean with the brush. I don't want to remove these because I've got no reason to have a airline on that fitting, as I've got one in the shallow end. So I'm just taking it apart now, get it clean. What a towel pillock. I'll flick it around and show you. Obviously you can see by the sky behind me, it's absolutely scorchy out today. So I've undone the caps off the top of them bolts, left them on this slab. It's only melted them to pieces, look at that. I think there's only 3 left. Okay, what that is. And I'll put them on there as well. No way would I have thought that would have melted that. (2:15). Can only be me, caught it. There we are then. Just moved the stuff into a shaded area and I've just walked up the shed, see if I can find a socket for them nuts. And I thought, surely they got the temperature ain't that hot, it's melted these little caps. 2 slabs up, I found another one. They ain't melted. The goddamn dog, while I've been doing the videos, chewed them all up. Their little rat. Oh, I'm over here. Chap named Phil reached out to me with these UVs, as I've said earlier on. What he's done, he's gone and ordered a ballast. I've rewired the other one. I'll show you what that's about. He's had it delivered. Chatting bubbles. He's had it delivered to my address. It's arrived. Slightly different to the original, which don't surprise you because they change everything so quick and so often. Flick the camera and I'll show you the difference. Then I'm going to try and widen up. Sorry about the camera here, I'm trying to do things and I've got no room in here because I've got that many things, different people's projects I'm trying to get done in between trying to do my videos and answering messages for paint that's just come on my screen again. It's always the way. So I'll just flick around and show you. As you know, the last one, with connector blocks, I ordered a proper connector block and put that in. I couldn't find out how to get these wires out. I thought these little pegs here had come out, lift up and come out. Talking to Dave, Black Country Kite Block, you just press that down and it releases. So I'm trying to get the two together so you can see. I ain't no electrician at all. Just checking them there together, even though they look similar. The wiring on that one there is different to the yellow one, which ain't a problem anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap them wires over now, try this ballast and see if this UV works. So we're on net fill now. I've changed the ballast. I ain't screwed this back down yet. There is a little eyelet here so you can tell if the UV is working. So I'm just going to flick that on now. I have plugged it in. Flick it on, see if it works. There you go. Lovely jubbly. 30 quid for a ballast. I don't suppose it's too bad. All the internals was almost like new, which is unusual. You do get a lot of corrosion in these. Pressure filter, the UV part, condensation in there. A lot of corrosion. There's slight corrosion in the other one. I've just put a waterproof connection on that one, as you've seen. That's tested, that's working. So just let Phil know. He wants me to go down and fill. He wants me to go down and sort his filter systems out in his pond. I don't know why I'm showing you the lid. So when I get to arrange a day to go down there to have a look at his pond, just a small pond, more of a little nature pond, nice little pond it is. So he just wants me to set his filter system up. So when I go over and take these back over there, I'll take the camera over if he allows me, and I'll do a little video on his pond and how I've set his filter systems up. If you don't know what you're doing with these electrics, please don't touch it. I've been messing with these for years. If it's mine, I break it, that's down to me. Always take it to a qualified electrician. I ain't qualified at all. Learn by my own, breaking my own. So that's the way I do know how to test certain things and stuff. So I've been messing with the electrics for quite a number of years. So I've got some idea what I'm doing. But be very careful, obviously, because you've got electric and water in the same place. I don't know if that's come up on camera, but that's another message. It's driving me insane. 10 o'clock yesterday morning till 10 o'clock last night. The messages never stopped. So anyway, that's them done. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a change from Mason's Koi Tank. Thank you all for watching. Obviously, if you've enjoyed it, please share it. Subscribe if you don't mind. And as always, folks, don't forget to polish our thumb. You know you want to. Until next time. Gotcha.